There's also this incident that goes back to 1997 where they settled a civil suit, okay? No criminal charges were filed. You have to understand that. No criminal charges filed. It was his interpretation of what went down and the interpretation of the young woman in their, according to Chauncey, their consensual sexual encounter. He was dating his wife at the time, and he said, I had to have real tough conversations with her. Eventually his daughters, because all you have to do is Google daddy's name, and that's going to pop up. And I thought he was incredibly forthright, vulnerable. Now, he also had to. If he didn't do that, it was going to be brought up anyway, and it was brought back up. He preemptively, again, it was definitely going to come, so I can't give him that much credit because it was coming, but he attacked it head on, and he was in total control. He expounded on how it changed him as a human being, as from a young man to a grown man with fatherly and husband responsibility. I was very impressed by Chauncey and how he positioned it. I was incredibly unimpressed by the Blazers because that would have ended everything. Now it's going to live in the cycle. Now, maybe not for everybody. I shouldn't say that. There still would be some opposition, and I respect that because I don't know what happened. Neither do you. Chauncey knows and the young woman knows. It's pretty much it. Again, no criminal charges filed. I live in the world where until something is filed and you're actually charged with a crime, I'm going to assume that you're innocent. That's the world that I live in, despite what most of social media will like to project. Guilty, pitchforks, canceled. No. If there was no charge filed by the police department, then that's the path I'm going to go down. They could say, well, why would you settle something if you didn't do anything wrong? You hear that all the time. I mean, sometimes, to be blunt, sometimes you just settle something to just make it go away. And I'm not even saying that I subscribe to that. But there are reasons why people settle when they are innocent. And that's just only one of them. All right, so if they would have allowed this to go on only 2-3 more minutes, just 1 or 2 follow-ups, he was already so engaged and so locked in, it would have been a smooth transition, and it would have been, I believe, properly buried and put in the rearview mirror. That was a horrendous job by the Portland PR team. Awful. If they could do it again, I would hope. And if not, they didn't learn their lesson. They should want to do it again. But here's my problem with society. And this is what drives me nuts. And I'm dead serious about this. Chauncey Billups has been on our radar the entire 2000s. The entire 2000s, right? As a great player, as an NBA champion, as a class act, as, a bastion in multiple communities. What the hell are we bringing this up now for? Like, why would we revere him for 25 years, which is what everybody's done? I haven't heard this brought back up. Quite frankly, I forgot about it, that it even occurred. I did not even realize, I knew it, but I did not even connect. Like when he was hired, I wasn't sitting there saying, all right, they're going to have to address this. This will be a hot button. Like I forgot about it, quite frankly. I truthfully forgot about it. So, if it's that, and I'm not saying it's not important, and I'm not trying to minimize the claim, and I'm certainly not saying that Chauncey's innocent and the woman is not. I am definitely not saying that. Please hear me out. No way am I intimating that on any level. But if we had such an issue with Chauncey Billups, what are we propping him up for the past 25 years? One of the best guys in the NBA. Why are we doing that? How disingenuous is that? Are you kidding me? This is the problem. This is one of my fundamental problems with society. We are built on timing and selectivity. Like if you had an issue with Chauncey Billups, you know what it should have came to the table? When he was sitting on, ESPN's coverage for years, and he was great at that. Anytime he was on TV, any role, anytime he came up for a GM or a coaching job, that's where the outrage should have been sparked. But you can't, like the guy for the last 20, again, I don't know what happened, but for the last 25 years, this guy's been a model citizen, who is truly revered by everybody that I know in the game. Not a phony bone in his body, legitimate, just a gamer. And at this point, his playing career is almost insignificant. I was talking about character. But just like beyond reproach. And here we are, more than 20 years later. Now we bring this up when he's already been on this public pedestal. We elevated him 2 decades ago, and now it's an issue? It's not congruent. It's not. That's inconsistent. That's wrong. That's chasing a story, and that's chasing clicks. Didn't like that. But not that it was it. No, again. But now, like, by extension, the slow, underhanded, systematic takedown of Chauncey Billups. What? Just doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't.